Okay. This next thing I want to talk about is black people mentality. The next thing I want to talk about is black people mentality. Okay? So, as I go amongst, well, not go amongst, but as I study and witness the Caucasian, the Chinaman, the Arab man, as I study and I witness them, I realize something very different about these other nations. Now, the Caucasian man is closer to us than the rest of the nations. Okay? In other words, he does more of the Americanized Caucasian can be just as bad as us with this to an extent. But he's still not that bad. Still not as bad as us, right? Now, let's say that somebody's being mocked, right? If a Chinese man sees that person, he just keeps it on moving. If an Arab sees that person, he just keeps it on moving. If a white person sees that person, for the most part, they may smile, but they don't really, for the most part, they kind of keep it moving too. But another black person, it's different. Our mentality is different. And here's why. Billions and billions of dollars is being spent every year by the elitists to pump things into our minds, Black entertainment is a bigger business than ever before. Black entertainment is a bigger business than ever before. Okay? First of all, let me interlude for a minute. I stopped at black businesses. Black entertainment is a bigger business than ever before. But I want to interlude for a minute. Why do I do messages in my vehicle? Because my vehicle is mobile. And even though I switch devices, okay? And this one device, I didn't switch my phone number yet, so I know this device is going to get tracked. Just like my last devices got tracked. Okay? But that's okay, because I'm going to deal with that. Okay? I needed to keep the same number for a specific reason. All right? So, I do messages in my vehicle because my vehicles are mobile. And that's the reason. All right? Now, black folk is the most immature people of all the nations. Okay? Not completely our fault. All right? The other nations don't mock each other the way we do. Let me explain to you the brainwashing of the elite toward our people. Okay? Respect to all the members of NWA rap group. Respect to all the members of the NWA rap group. Those who are still alive and to those whom are deceased. Respect. Okay? But that's not going to stop me from saying what I'm going to say. That's not going to stop me from telling the truth. The NWA rap group was created to spit negativity into the minds of the black people, to promote cocaine selling, crack selling, negativity toward the police that would certainly bring trouble, to calling females bitchs, to using constant profound language, to pants sagging, to violence toward one another. Okay? So NWA promoted violence, black on black violence, profanity, disrespect to black women, violence against the police, and crack selling. Behind NWA was a Jewish so-called man. And his purpose was to guide NWA into influencing the youth to these things. Now, though Caucasians have bad influencers, Arabs have bad influence. There's a bad influencer somewhere in every nation, but it's seldom and it's subtle. Well, the Caucasians have many bad influences now. And the other nations are starting to get more and more when it comes to entertainment. See, entertainment is Satan's very powerful weapon. He gets Arabs, he gets China man, he gets Japanese man, and he gets Caucasian man in entertainment. Because, see, ultimately, everybody must be misled. See, Satan doesn't really have any picks. He has a primary purpose, but he doesn't have individual picks. What is his primary purpose? His primary purpose is to destroy the Israelites, is to destroy black people. That's what he breathes for. But ultimately, he wants to take everybody with him. Satan's not a good guy, or shall I say the dragon. Gadriel is not a good guy, not even in the slightest form of fashion. He's a very wicked man. That's his job. He has a very dark soul. He doesn't care if you're a black man, white man, China man, Arab man. He doesn't really care. Ultimately, he wants to destroy the Israelites, but for the most part, he doesn't really care. Okay? So now, I want to explain the mentality of our people, because many of you don't understand your mentality. Why is the term getting played is a term that is very loosely used. Now, everyone wants to be respected. From one corner of the planet, everyone wants to be respected. Some people hold highly on it than others, but everyone wants it to a certain degree. The term getting played and being disrespected go hand in hand. But now I want you to understand something, okay? Somebody putting their hands on you is disrespect. That's a disrespect that's intolerable. Somebody touching your wife is disrespectful. Somebody attacking one of your family members is disrespectful. Okay? So, any type of encroachment or that matter, right? And we all know that these things are intolerable, right? However, black people take everything disrespectfully, but the other nations don't. See, because when that term getting played came into effect, disrespect went to a different level. Everything someone can do now, little things now, is called getting played. So, what the rap entertainment did is, if he owe you money, if he owe you $100, $200, $300, kill him. If he banging a broad that you don't care about, if he banging a broad that you just banging, kill him. If it's your baby mom, kill him. If he said all of these things about you over the internet, kill him. If he keep looking at you a certain type of way, kill him. You paid this man to do some work, and he didn't do it, he half-assed did it, took your money and went about his way, kill him. See? So, now there's a thin line between love and hate. Damn. She played you. You took her out to eat. You spent a whole lobster meal on her. Shouldn't be eating that shit anyway. You bought her all this lobster. She ain't even give you the pussy. Oh, damn. You played. Damn, the bull blasted him. Blah, blah, blah. You played. Yeah, you walked up to her. Yo, look, pay attention now. He about to go holler at the joint. You walk over to her. She egg you. You played. Whatever happens to just walking up to a female and, just get shot down? White boys did. Back in the 30 years ago, it wasn't nothing to do that. Let me give it my best shot. How you doing there, young lady? How you doing there, ma'am? My name is such and such, bloop, blip, blap, you know what I'm saying? She let you down, and then, you go about your business. I was never a player. Never. I never was a pretty boy. I never was a Mac daddy. You know what I mean? And the woman isn't the prize anyway. Not completely. It's 50-50. Some Hebrew Israelites would like to say that the man is the prize. It's 50-50 when you look at it, because even in the Old Testament, some of our forefathers had to wait for the female specifically, right? So it's always been that way, that the man has been attracted to the woman's beauty, or for whatever reason, or whatever or whatnot, or if it's not completely her beauty, it's her authenticity, it's her morality. Because men are also attracted to authenticity and morality, not just butt and breasts. Okay? So, everything you do now, you have to be careful, or you're going to get played. You understand what I'm saying? You can get played for anything now. If somebody catch you trip, but this is mainly just black people. It's not white people. You black people are so immature, and your mindset is so foolish and so wicked. But I'm going to tell you where this mindset came from. Things get so small as you can go into a restaurant, and if you don't hear somebody say something to you, or you don't hear somebody call your number or your name or something, niggas will look at you like, especially black women, she calling you. Oh, okay, I didn't hear her. Somebody of another nation probably just tap you on your shoulder. Is your name such and such? Thank you, I appreciate it. Nobody takes getting played like black women. If you're a black man and you so-called get played, black women take that shit very heavily. What is a swag? Well, it's supposed to be a form of coolness, or a form of this, or a form of that. My swag is authenticity all the way to the bone marrow. And I don't really see that much on the internet. And I don't really see that much when I come to people face to face either. The internet has become bullshit. The internet is bullshit. And people say, well, you say that because, you're not popular. No, I've said that when I was a little popular. See, I already knew what was going to happen to my popularity. It was going to decline. Why? Because of what I do. At the end of the day, my job description is designed for me to be unpopular. But it takes a very strong individual to be unpopular and not stop. So you have to. So now, think about all the black culture, as you want to call it. House party, Friday, belly. Like, think about it. Think about how you were brainwashed. When you were younger, most of the black men, if you weren't selling drugs, if you weren't selling crack, if you weren't on the corner dressed in the fly, S-H-I-T, if you didn't have a swag, if you wasn't talking, if you wasn't that gun in your mouth talk type of person, if you wasn't that ball, you wasn't nobody. So to say, the young black man that was going to work while everybody else was on the street corner, and I played the corner, I ain't gonna lie, right? But actually, I was balanced. Well, in my first 10 or 15 years, I was strictly street, but I did eventually wise up, and I started working. But the brother that was going to work and wasn't standing on the corner, or he may have came and stood on the corner for a short period of time and then walked off, he was known as a square. He wasn't cool. Black people have been deceived greatly, and many of you still have this mentality today. Now social media is the new hip thing. Now, social media, I've noticed, amplifies everyone. Amplifies meaning exalts them. Rappers, models. When you see a lot of these models, these women, you don't even look that good in person. All that makeup caked on your face. Half of you are only a 5 at best. And I may give you better than Kevin Samuels, rate you better than Kevin Samuels. Many of you, without makeup, you ain't all that. And for real, some of you actually are more beautiful without the makeup. Because makeup is nothing but witchcraft. Makeup is nothing but witchcraft. Because it changes and alters your appearance. People are amplified on the big screen as well. Social media and on the big screen. It's entertainment. So, you got to understand, like, why do people follow my footsteps and despise me at the same time? Why would people study me and despise me? Now, the entertainers are studied and loved. Now, even the entertainers, they're not really loved. But a lot of you Negroes are really just starstruck. And how you could be starstruck with another person that bleeds blood and breathes air is beyond me. I don't get it. To be starstruck by a celebrity is witchcraft. To be starstruck by a so-called celebrity or a person that's famous is witchcraft. So we've been brainwashed through movies, we've been brainwashed through music. We've been brainwashed through movies, and we've been brainwashed through music. And we've been brainwashed, and then it trickled down into our actual habitat. It trickled down into our actual habitats. These aren't our neighbors. These aren't our communities. We don't own these communities, as you all keep saying. You will all see soon enough. that you don't own shit. Because all it's going to take is for you to not comply with the government, and they're going to take your big house, they're going to take your fancy car, they're going to take everything you own, or everything you think you own. You don't own your house, even though it may be paid off. You're still only an occupant. You don't even own your car for real, even if it's paid off. Why? Because it can be confiscated. Your children can be confiscated. Don't you understand these things? You're only here for a vapor. And many of you are so concerned about getting played. We have been greatly brainwashed. Greatly. Even you see it in the movies. In the black movies. And it's in the white movies too. Because the white people, when they grew up in high school, they had to be cool. They had to have a swag as well. So Satan is working on the Caucasian people too. Even now, schools over there in Africa, you have cool crowds and not cool crowds. See, this cool swag thing is all around the world now. So, my slanderers, they understand that witchcraft greatly. The helm of IUIC, who I have great reason and almost 100% positive, and I only say almost only because nothing is perfect, and I don't want to, it's not defamation because it's true, but that's the purpose of a slanderer. They understand witchcraft. They understand that you people listen to everything that you hear. When they persuaded you all to believe what they say that I was thinking, that threw me off. That let me know how intelligent you all are, for real. They may come on there and say some stuff like, well, he doesn't want you all to know this, and he doesn't. How do they know what I'm thinking? And you just reading whatever page it is, fake page, and you just taking everything for face value. See, black people fall for everything. Not all of you. If this shoe doesn't fit, because there are some very intelligent black people out there, and if this shoe doesn't fit, then it's not for you. Don't worry about it. But if the shoe fits, wear it. And stop being led by every wind of doctrine that you listen to and that you hear. And stop being so easily manipulated by our own culture. Because what you all say is culture, is not necessarily our culture. Rap is not our culture. Stylistic clothes is not our culture. Being a gangster is not our culture. Our culture is the history of our forefathers in the Bible.